Good afternoon, and welcome to More Than Meets the Eye slash Blind Builds with Blind Prime. This is Lego set number 76,194, the Skarian Iron-Man. And this year, I'm going to be honest with you guys, budget can't handle the increased prices of the Transformers and G.I. Joes, so I'm not going to be getting as many this year as I got last year. That's just I can't do it with my limited budget that I have. So I'm going to be mixing in more Lego this year because I can find Lego at decent prices. I've got connections for that, and I think it's a lot of fun. So we'll continue doing Transformers and GI Joe. Just know it's going to be on a very lessened state, as I can't get the money together all the time for that. I'm paying off a lot of the things I bought last year. So until those are paid off, it's going to be a little bit of the lessening here on Blind Prime when it comes to newer things. But don't worry, I'll still bring you stuff. I'm just going to bring you more things like Lego and things like older Transformers or older GI Joes, things like that. I'm going to try and go for the sales this year more than anything else, and hopefully you can forgive me for not having the most current and recent products. But no worries. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel and I get more traction, I can set up a one of those websites where people give money to the channel and do that whole member thing, and people can give money to the channel or something. I can start accepting donations to assist me in bringing more product to this channel, because after all, this entire thing is a non-profit that I'm making, and the idea is to literally, help the blind, the visually impaired, deal with the mental problems that occur when going blind and visually impaired, mainly the depression aspect of it. That is something that's real, and it is something that really sucks, and it's something that this channel is trying to help you fight against. No one can cure anyone else's depression, but people can help others overcome their depression, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you overcome your depression. I'm a tool, but not in the negative way. Okay, so use me as a positive tool to assist you in overcoming your depression, and that's one of the goals of this channel. The other goal is to, of course, raise awareness for the blind and the visually impaired through alternative means and methods. And this is including, but not limited to, what I do here by verbally describing Transformers and stuff, and when I go to conventions and I speak in a panel and talk about blindness in the modern world, and make comparisons between blindness and these collectibles that we all enjoy. So it's all I'm trying to build something positive here. I'm trying to build something that's bigger than me, and it's a little weird, and it's definitely not easy. But is it enjoyable? Why, yeah, actually, it is. It's really enjoyable, and I enjoy every moment of it. So if you want to help me do this mission that I've set forth upon myself to do in the world, then please subscribe and share. And the more people we get interested in this channel, then the more people I can reach and help. That is the overarching goal of this thing, is to be a source of positivity and a source of education and awareness. Um, okay, well, that's enough of the beginning of the year disclaimer for Blind Prime's channel, blind_prime. That's what we're going to be doing throughout the year, and of course, blathering on instead of talking about this wonderful Lego set that's sitting right here. Well, almost wonderful Lego set. I'm bringing this Lego set up. Now we're switching gears, by the way. I'm bringing this Lego set up because this is a transforming Lego set. And I'm like, oh, well, if there's a Lego set I'm going to talk about on this channel, other than finishing up Assembly Squared, talking about my cave stuff, and the occasional 1/12 scale thing I make out of Lego, I decided, let's talk about a Lego Iron Man that transforms. I saw the What If cartoon, and, didn't see it, but, the audio description's decent on those. And they described this thing as transforming in there, and I went, well, that's really cool. It'd be neat if there was like a toy of this thing. Wouldn't that be cool? So I looked it up, and wouldn't you know it, there is indeed a toy of this thing, and it's Lego. Lego made it. I know, you would think it's a buildable figure for Marvel Legends, but no, no, Lego got him first with the transforming Skarian Iron-Man. Yeah, that's it. I almost said HasLab or Hasbro or something like that. No, no, no. But you do find it interesting that Hasbro hasn't done a Skarian Iron-Man when they have access to the Transformers crew engineers and stuff, so they could do a Marvel Legends Transformer crossover of this Skarian Iron-Man, and I think that would be kind of neat because this set here is a little lackluster. It needs a little more TLC. So let's talk about it. Let's review it today, and then we're gonna talk about some other things. We'll talk about how I'm going to improve it. So articulation wise, the shoulders can raise up to 20 degrees. It's a full rotation in the shoulders, 180 degrees. Butterfly action. Gotta love that butterfly. I mean, hey, look, it's cool that we get butterfly. Though we don't get any elbow, no 90-degree elbow joint, though full rotation at the wrist. The wrist is also half the arm. And then there's this, the helmet can pop up somehow. Hey, don't you be like that. Okay, so the helmet can raise up, and then we can lower down this front panel here, and it folds down like a little ladder thing. And then these flappy doodles, where did the flappy doodles go? Yeah, the flappy doodles are missing. Oh, there they are. They're on the other side of this. Little flag flappy doodles, they're just going to fold. And then this is going to roll down, and that's how Iron Man is going to get in and out. That's kind of neat that this kind of becomes a staircase, if you can imagine it, to a little ramp. But if he had knees, he could totally bend down. Instead, you got to kind of collapse his legs on either side. And so collapse his legs, and then there you go, and he escapes. He went off into the nether. Oh no, where did he go? Okay, so this thing's hips really suck, to be straight and honest with you. They've only got some motion, but not much. It's cool that you can do that side to side with the hips, but there's a ratchet in there, which is really wonderful. But there's no knee, and there's a ball joint for the ankle. I think that this suit would be really cool if it had some more joints, like just a few more. And also, this being a transforming thing, you would think that these legs would like unfold a bit to create some panels for the race car mode, but you would be wrong. There is some really good pieces used in this, some really interesting ways they used pieces. I appreciate that. I love all the tiling on it. There's some more usage of newer pieces, like we've got this really fun half round slope thingamajig in the foot. That's really cool. We've got some other fun pieces, a new type of window that's really nice. It's the same window they use in the newer Sand Speeder for Star Wars. It's curved. It's awesome. I actually do enjoy that window a lot. We've got a piece that's the Juggernaut head, not Juggernaut head, the Hulkbuster head, and then it's got this little flappy doodle behind it that's a spoiler. That really sucks as a spoiler because it needs to have more length. Other unique pieces used that I found to be interesting, and there's a few. There's a neat little piece in here that's actually 2 plates tall. It's a 2x2 piece that's 2 plates tall. I never come across a piece like that before, and I think it's kind of a cool piece. And I think it's being used in there for Tony Stark's to like sit in for the Iron Man thing. So let's go ahead and transform this thing. It's as the robot mode goes, it is very lacking. The way you're supposed to transform it is you're supposed to remove the hands. Okay, so each of the hands folds off. This is a parts former, by the way, which is kind of funny because it's Lego, so of course it's a parts former. And then you're going to rip the legs out because that doesn't cause any lasting trauma. Let's go ahead and pull off this back thing that's got 2 wheels attached to it, and then we're going to yank out each of these legs. The best way I found to yank out the legs is to rotate the hip over to the side and then pull, and we can pull off the legs. And then you want to take, and now here's a part where I'm like, what? Why did they do it that way? So this thing that you've pulled off the back already has something where the wheels are attached. Okay, so you already have something here where wheels are attached to, but you can't use it. No, The wheels are supposed to detach from this thing on his back. Now we can move the legs over here because they're no longer needed for anything we're doing, and we can move the hands away because they're no longer needed for anything we're doing. And I hate that. I really hate that. Come on. Should be a little more creative than that. So you take this little back panel that's on his back and you pull off the two wheels on either side, and then we're going to come over here to where we pulled the legs from, and we're going to attach the wheels into those sockets. This transformation does make sense because in the show, spoiler warning, this suit does take a hit and it falls into pieces, but by the time it gets on the ground, it like reassembles itself into a car. Now this is the moment where you can be like, I don't feel like adding any more pieces, so you can pull these wheels back over here. You can then bring this piece to kind of sit there. Yeah, so you can make a really cool little car that doesn't have anywhere for the person to sit, and there's a okay, so there's a little panel there that's supposed to have some stickers on it for the for his racing ability. But yeah, if you don't want to transform it any more than this, you just lay the arms down on either side. Is that how it's supposed to go? Okay, cool. Yeah, this arm's going to lay down over here on this side. It's just going to chill, and then this arm over here is going to chill on the side. Now this is a way you can do it. It does roll. It does work. It's really squat. It's a little squat racer. I actually enjoy this racer more because I think it just works better. It just feels like a better little car. But that's not how they want you to do it. So just pull apart the wheel area. Okay. Now you're going to reach in the middle here, and what we're going to do is, the best way I found to reach in is take your pointer finger and middle finger and drag them down this pointy bit that's in between where he would sit in the Iron Man mode, and then you're just going to pull it apart. Here it goes. Make sure you hold on to the front half with your other hand. Now we're going to take this piece, all right, so there's some male connectors there, so we're going to flip it around so the male studs are at the top. There we go, studs at the top. You don't want to flip it upside down. Now we're just going to attach these connectors. Bing. And then there's some connectors that were built in on this side here. Technic stud, but it's the type of brick that's too wide and has two studs in it, or two Technic pin holes in it. So now we can take this piece here. For some reason, don't you be messing with me, piece. Okay. Now we're going to attach it right here. Get him in there. Get him in there. Hey, got it. There you go. That's a good piece. Okay. Now we've got this thing actually kind of right. Now you can, if you want to, pull the shoulder pauldrons off on either side. That's something that you can do. And so shoulder pauldrons removed. So now these arms are just going to kind of just fold up to make it look like there's a bigger engine or something. I don't know. That's all the arms do. And now this piece that was on the front is going to fold down, so the window becomes a place where Tony Stark can chill. Let's get Tony Stark minifigure here. It's just a regular Tony Stark. I was hoping they'd made him into an Iron Man. Just, the one from the first Avengers movie or something, but no such luck. So we're going to put in this Tony Stark there behind the windscreen. And now we're going to close up the Hulkbuster helmet, and this spoiler doesn't raise up enough to actually be a legitimate spoiler, so it just kind of sits in the back and then falls off occasionally because it's a really flimsy connection there. Let's put that back on. There we go. You just turn the flappy doodles up on the other side, and now you can decide if you want these wheels to be in different ways. You can put them more towards like that, so he's a hot rod in the sense that the back of the vehicle is higher than the front. So there we go. That's how it's supposed to be built, and honestly, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think it's kind of neat, but there's a lot of piece waste here. There's an immense amount of piece waste, and I don't think there should have been. If they had used more modified tiles that had studs on them, then we could actually find a use for some of these pieces. We could put them in other places. And even though there's this really nice spoiler here for the front of an Indy car, it's behind the wheels. Like, it's a really shame right there, because that piece is nice. That is a nice piece if you use the flappy doodles on either side. They just create a really nice look. Or you can fold them down on either side to round the car out more. That's also a possibility. So overall rating on the car is, it's a really crappy car. It's not as good as it could be, and I do not like the wheels. I was straight and honest with you. I don't like the wheels they used. Um, they're kind of dumb. So there's that. These I've got a pile of wheels over here that I can change them out for, and these wheels are so much better. They're bigger, they're broader. I pulled them off of something. I don't know, but we can go ahead and switch the wheels out now because these wheels these wheels suck. Okay, okay, so you're going to have to give up the pin. Thank you. And we're going to put a better wheel at the front. Yeah, that's an Iron Man wheel. Okay, now we're going to come over here. We're going to switch this piece out. All right, tech pins engaged. Now let's put in the Iron Man wheel there. Yeah, it's good. Got it from, I think that's Speed Racer's wheels. Now, let's see. We've got, here's one of them. Oh, where's the other one? Because I had two separate wheels for the back because they use a different type of pin. And I may have not grabbed the wheel that I wanted by accident. Yep, didn't grab the right wheel. So because the back it's got an axle instead of a pin. The wheel that I have for that, I'll have to find another one, but pull off that. Nuts. Where did that go? That wasn't supposed to happen. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, crud. It had to be the pin. It had to be one of the smallest pieces on this thing. That's one of the more necessary pieces. Set you guys over here to the side for a second. Oh, is that it? Nope. That's just part of it. Okay, that's not it either. And well, that's a shame. I may have lost a pin because it's not here. Did it roll away over here somewhere? Maybe. Oh well. Oh well. I've got plenty of pens in my collection, so we can talk about that later. But you can always switch the wheels out. Even with 3 wheels, those front ones are so much better than the wheels that this thing came with. I think I found it. I did find it. Yay! Okay, so where did I put that thing? Yeah, here it is. Because I forgot. It's just an axle. So let's go ahead and pull this piece up here. I'm going to slide this axle in right there. There we go. Hey, 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 hey. There you are. Yeah. That's a good axle. Okay. Now let's go ahead and attach this one. Hey, there it goes. Nice. And it spins very well. Now, we just need to find the other one. But that is the Tony Stark Skarian Iron-Man. I think the set's kind of neat. I do think that the set needs some retooling. And isn't that the fun part about Lego? You can change what you don't like. Like I just switched out the wheels. I didn't like the wheels. I think, like I said before, I think they're kind of stupid. So let's talk about the minifigures real quick, and we'll close it out. And one of the reasons I got this set was because of this particular minifigure right here. This is the Watcher. I wanted a kind of in my Lego city. I devote buildings to different kind of genres of Lego. Star Wars owns a few buildings because I just got so many Star Wars characters. So I had to split them up between Empire and Rebels. Now the Empire owns things like the pet shop, and the Rebels own things like the the corner garage. Uh, so I got the Assembly Square, and I went, well, what faction's going to own Assembly Square? Because I'm tired of all the Star Wars stuff, and the mascots have taken over the diner. What do? Oh, I know. I'll turn the Assembly Square into Marvel headquarters. So there's just a bunch of Marvel characters, and I needed somebody watching over all of them. And when I found out that there was a Watcher Minifig, I couldn't help myself. It was kind of an insta buy, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got the Skarian Iron-Man because soon enough, I saw this thing drop. Go from the $40 that I bought it at to $45 whenever I refreshed the page, to $50 whenever I refreshed the page, to $52 whenever I refreshed the page. It was wild how watching this set literally climb in value. It just blew my mind because it retired in December. But an interesting thing I wanted to note about this is this guy's cape. So he's got this more harder cape, and he's got a softer goods cape. And this is really what I want to talk about with these capes. These things are, I don't like the soft good capes too much because they're hard to put together. They're real flappy. They just fold and go everywhere. Not like the original Star Wars capes, those were good. But so you put down a normal cape on this guy, and then you take the little square cape that I thought was a skirt when I first got it. I was like, oh, that's a neat skirt. So I put it down here at the bottom so we could have a little skirt. And then my roommate told me, no, he's supposed to have a collar that sticks up, like like Captain Kirk from Star Trek. So I took off the skirt and I flipped it upside down and I put it on his neck so that the one of the capes falls down, but the other cape is flipped upside down so it goes up. And it's made of a harder, thicker stuff, so it actually stays up. But then the edges do fold down slightly like his his collar would. So I love it. I think it's really cool, and I just wanted to point that out. I thought that was a unique use of pieces. But the negative I have on this guy is why don't we get any unique head molds for these things, huh? I haven't come across a single unique head mold for Marvel. But then again, I haven't been getting too many. But still, we had plenty of unique head molds for other Lego properties. So why didn't we get just a unique Watcher head mold? Because his head is weird. It's got weird. It's just a weird head. So it would have been really cool if we had gotten a unique head for this guy. And I do find it a missed opportunity, Lego, that you didn't offer us a unique head for the Watcher. It just seems like Lego cares more about the Star Wars than it does about the Marvel. And I get it. I get it. The Star Wars has brought them oodles of money. But still, come on, guys. If my you know if my Jar Jar has got a unique head mold, then there's no reason my Watcher shouldn't also have one. Come on. You gave Jar Jar Binks a unique head mold. So please, for all of us Marvel fans out there, Lego, can you please give you next Watcher you come out with, can he have a unique head mold, please? Okay, but that's enough time on the Watcher. He's my favorite minifigure in this slot next to Valkyrie, because Valkyrie comes with another liquor bottle, and I like these bottles. I got one in the Lego Advent Calendar set, and if you watch that video, you know I was really surprised by it. I had never come across one of these before, and it made me very happy. I really like this piece. The wine bottle piece is a piece that we've always kind of needed in Lego. We've never gotten it before, or at least that I know of. I've just kind of been buying newer Lego sets because I enjoy playing with them. Mainly, I was buying grays and stuff for the cave stuff, but actually getting a Lego set and coming across this bottle blew me away because we had plenty of goblets and cups. There's goblets and cups everywhere, but we ain't got a single bottle to drink or spare. And now we do. Now I have two bottles. I have one on a little table from the Advent calendar and one that came with Valkyrie. And that's really cool. And I love Valkyrie's hair sculpt. This little hair piece is really fun. And I originally thought it was supposed to be the Watcher's hair piece because of its texture and stuff. I was like, yeah, the Watcher would totally have hair like this. But no, it's Valkyrie's. And I didn't realize that she had hair like this. It wasn't really well described to me in the audio description. And that's kind of a shame. And it's something I wish the audio description would get better at, is actually describing things. These companies have started using like ChatGPT and stuff to audio describe or come up with the scripts for audio description, but that's not how it works. You got to actually have a human coming up with that thing because only a human's going to ask the questions that a human would ask. Like, what kind of hair does Valkyrie have? That's a question a human would ask. A computer wouldn't really care too much. But she also comes with this tiny little cape that's very similar to the tiny little capes that come with some of the clone officers and the stormtrooper officers. Really nice little cape. But that is the entire set in full, and I intend to fiddle with this Skarian Iron-Man and turn it into something that looks a little better when it transforms, and I'll bring that to you whenever I'm done messing with it. But thank you so much for watching today's video, and once again, I believe this set is number 76194, the Legos What Ifs Skarian Iron-Man from the Superheroes line. Thanks again for watching, and I hope that all of you have a great year, brand new year, and here's to getting as close to 1,000 as we can before January 23rd. Please like, share, and subscribe, and until next Prime, bye-bye for now.